Hey guys, Brian Johnson, DomainParkingMoney.net. So, this is the start of a three-part series, and the series is Acquiring Revenue-Generating Domain Names on the Cheap. And you really need to have the mentality that my portfolio is going to be diverse. It sounds like I'm talking about an investment portfolio, but it really makes sense. You need to have certain names that perform certain functions. You need to have other names that do other things for your portfolio. It needs to be well balanced. And the reason for that is if you're just getting started, this industry is about buying and selling. It's about trying to acquire things that are valuable or will be valuable in the future. But if you're just getting started, obviously you have nothing. So you need to acquire a portfolio, you need to build it up over time, and it can be very costly. And furthermore, if you're just getting started and all you're doing is buying and waiting for money to come into domain parking, especially if you're acquiring brand new domains that have never been registered, man, it's going to take a while before you really get the hang of it. I mean, I've registered plenty of names that I thought, that the hell were you doing? It just wasn't really that great of a name, but it kind of gets into your blood. It gets a little addictive. You think you're like a brainiac. You're going to be able to get this figured out quickly, and before you know it, you've got a bunch of junk names. So one of the aspects here is we're talking about acquiring expired domain names. And again, a lot of domainers, when they buy an expired name, they buy it for the name alone. But go ahead and dig deeper. Was there a website attached to that domain name? If so, was it a quality resource? If it was a quality resource, were there other sites linking to it? Has the site you're thinking about buying, or actually the domain, was that website online for a long period of time? Really, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get a name that used to have a website attached to it, that was a quality resource, that was linked to by quality resources in themselves. It doesn't have to be thousands of links. It needs to be at least a handful of links, 3 or 4, maybe 5 links or more, but they need to be quality resources. So if you'll take a look at the search engine rankings right now on Google, there's a lot of sites online that don't have a lot of links coming in, but they have unique content and they have a few links from other sites within the same industry that rank high and Google seems to trust. So what you're really looking to do is you're looking to find domains that are at auction for a few bucks, $10, $20, under $50. And it doesn't matter if there's a number in the domain name. It doesn't matter if there's a dash in the domain name. All you want this domain to do 3 months after you acquire it is to make you $1 or $2 a day. If it can do that, you'll hold on to it for a long time. And the chances are, if you can do that right off the bat, it will make money like that for a long time. And oftentimes, $1 or $2 is great, but you could 6 months down the road, the site could be easily making $10 a day. At that point, that's $300 a month. And if you had 10 of those working for you, that's $3,000 a month. All of a sudden, domaining you're in a whole nother league. You've got $3,000 a month to do with what you please. Do I want to reinvest that in my portfolio? Do I want to buy more names? Do I want to go skiing in Colorado like I like to do in the wintertime? Or do you want to buy a new camcorder like I did the other day? I mean, it really opens up the opportunity. So think about trying to find domain names that have inherent properties of websites that rank well. So the domains should have a website attached to them previously, and those sites should be online for a while. And the best case scenario is they have incoming links from other quality sites. At that point, the next step is to simply get one page of content that is unique. That's very important. It should be between 300 and 600 words. You can have someone write an article for you. You can write an article for yourself. And basically all you want to do is you want to get that new content on the home page of the site. Now what I like to do is I utilize WordPress. And WordPress offers a new feature that came out with WordPress 2.0 that basically you can create what's called a page, which is one static page of content. And then in the options you can go in and you can set the blog to actually show that page on the home page. So at that point you just have one page of content on the home page, and that's exactly what you want. I also then add AdSense or some other affiliate links or some way to monetize the site. I usually like AdSense because it's simple, it's fast, I don't have to think about it much, and it works. I also add AdSense to the 404 page. That way if someone accesses an old page from the old site, they're going to be redirected to my 404 page. That will have ads that are related to and topically correct, and there's a chance I'll get pay-per-click commissions just like a parking page. It really works great. So by utilizing WordPress, I can have all this done in probably under 15 or 20 minutes. And at that point, my job is over for stage one. We just kind of let the site brew. We let the site get reestablished in the search engines, and we see where the site ranks as far as driving traffic. And a lot of times what will happen is you might get a little bit of that type of traffic that domainers talk about. You might get some traffic from other referring sites, clicking links, and you can very well, and you probably will get traffic from Google, MSN, or Yahoo. And this is what domainers don't typically appreciate, is that traffic is often very targeted and can convert incredibly well. So you let the site sit a while, and the first goal is to simply have the domain name pay for itself. So in other words, if you acquire an expired domain at auction and you spend 70 bucks on it, then the first step is to wait until that site makes $70 back. That might take a month. It might take 2 months. If your new site makes $2 a day, basically after 1 month, it will have paid for itself. And this is really a great aspect to think about, because at this point, when you're doing this, you're not just throwing money at the wall and seeing what's going to stick. You're buying expired names on the cheap. You're developing them very quickly. You're just getting some content up. Google comes by, they say, oh, hello, there's some new stuff here. I like it. It's related to what it used to be here. Or maybe they don't even quite realize that it expired. And then you get in the search engine and you get traffic. And part two is really based on when you get to that point and you see that happening, it's about ramping up the traffic, doing it as quickly and easily as possible, spending as little time on site development, but basically trying to double or triple your traffic and thus your earnings. So part two will focus on that and how you can basically take this mentality and then ramp everything up, drive more traffic, and earn more money. So stay tuned for that, guys. Again, Brian Johnson at domainparkingmoney.net. And if you're watching this on Google Video or YouTube or any other places, I invite you to visit my site. You'll find that I've got the highest quality video available right now on my site. And there's also a lot of great content about domain parking, site monetization, and utilizing a lot of tools that webmasters need. That's about it, and I'll see you on the next video.